Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first run with the Corally Shogun. Now, this guys is more of a benchmark video. It's just kind of, to gauge where I'm starting off from. So we're back up at my work. This is where I've had the infraction out lately. I've been doing my speed runs and stuff like that. And even though, guys, this is not just a pavement, pounder, that is not, guys, what this truck is going to be. Again, I just want to have like a benchmark. I want to have a starting point to how this truck came out of the box, where it started from, and the speed I got. So in this video, guys, we're going to do a couple of speed runs just up and down, get a feel for it. We'll get a top speed, and then we'll see if there's a couple other places, guys, we can run and have a little bit of fun. It's been kind of raining, believe it or not. You can see the ground's a little bit wet, even though it doesn't seem all that bad up there. But either way, guys, let's get this thing running. My goal is just not to destroy this thing today. That's it. That's all. All right, guys, let's see how this thing does. Again, we're running that Gens Ace 6800 milliamp 6S pack, and let's hopefully not destroy it. Whew. Okay, ole, we be moving there. It's surprisingly, guys, very stable. You can tell that the tires weren't crazy or anything like that. Let's try this one more time. Full throttle. Holy jeez. I'm shocked, guys, by how well this thing actually drives. I was expecting to be all over the place. All right, let's bring it back. Full throttle. Jeez. Nice. I'm shocked at how well, guys, this thing actually stayed planted, even though these aren't belted tires. All right, guys, let's bring it in. Let's see what we got there. All right, hopefully you guys are seeing this. I noticed my last video was all the sun was on it, but whoa, guys, 66 miles an hour. 66 miles an hour out of an RTR truck running a 13-tooth pinion and these smaller tires, guys. I mentioned that in the unboxing, like, these are not a tall tire. Oh, 66 miles an hour. That is like 10 miles an hour faster than my sledge, almost, I think. Oh man, that was awesome. Okay, well, you know what? I don't have to keep going with the speed runs because I am very happy with 66 miles an hour. That is insane. You know what? When I get home, guys, I'm going to grab the manual because I know the manual does show the miles an hour and the kilometers that it'll hit with the, I think it's the 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 tooth pinion. So we'll compare that to the 66 miles an hour, guys, I have over here. Because that is just awesome. I'm pretty giddy right now. But anyways, we are going to see if we can find another place to run this. Just have a little bit more fun with it. All right, guys, we're over here. I just wanted to give this thing a kind of another rip, not just on the pavement. They finally cut this grass, so we're able to take, I don't know, a couple of little jumps off here, but nothing crazy. I didn't bring the ramp or anything like that. This was kind of a last minute thing. The sun is over there, so you can see it's on its way down. But whoo-lay, this thing is fast. Holy, jeez. Man, guys, this thing is moving. Moving. Whew. Wow. Holy. Okay, this is freaking fun. Now, I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, jeez. Okay, I just took some of the lawn with me. Let's not tell them that. Whew, man, this thing is fast. So, again, anybody that watched my Corally Dementor video or has been watching any of my XTR videos, these things are just insane how fast they are. And the only reason, guys, I keep referring to the Dementor only is because my XTR is technically running a stock system. It's got this 2050 Corally KV motor, and then it just has a Max 8. It doesn't actually have the Corally version of the Max 8 in it. But now I don't want to destroy the lawn. Whew, okay, we've got some control. We've got some control. Now again, we're not doing anything crazy big. I'd like to find a spot where I don't dig up the lawn, but just try a couple of little jumps. Oh, jeez. Again, that's where I wish we had, you know, those skids. I understand why they're not on there, but I am going to be putting them on, guys. I just got to wait for them to get here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yes! Oh, Jesus! Oh, I am liking this thing. Oh, guys. I'm digging this thing. A lot. Okay. Can't destroy the lawn. We're not getting any crazy wheelie, guys. I don't know if that's the tires or if it's just the way the diff is set up. Okay, well, we are getting wheelies. They're just not obviously as easy, guys, if you were running those bigger tires and stuff like that. Holy jeez, this thing is a handful. Man, this thing is fast. Oh my God. Holy man, I'm gonna run over myself. Now, I'm just gonna look, guys. I have a bad feeling. I think one of my tires has been coming unglued, which seems to be... man, it's been happening a lot lately with my trucks. Yeah, it came unglued. Okay, so, I don't know, that seems to be a thing lately with my trucks. My tires have been coming unglued. So, we'll fix that, obviously, guys, when we get home, but I am still going to run for a little bit. Maybe I'll just try to tone down my throttle a little bit. But, oh man, guys, this thing is an animal. Didn't I just say I was going to tone down my throttle? Woof. I'm excited to try this thing with actually those Proline 3.8s, the Badlands. They're the original, the smaller Badlands. They're a newer set, but I'm kind of excited to try those on this thing. Just because, you know, they'll have a little bit more grip, but again, they're not big, they're not heavy. Jeez. Right, that guy's was about maybe 2/3 throttle. I am going to try to do that same kind of maneuver full throttle. I just know there's a couple of little dips there and where water has ran and stuff like that, so I know it's not super smooth. And I just don't want to send this thing flying at 66 miles an hour. Oh man, we are moving. Holy jeez. So, you know what, guys, I'll say this. It's set up pretty nice right out of the box. I can get wheelies and all that kind of fun stuff, but it's not, you know, let's say as easy as some trucks type thing. So it's not obviously, guys, like a stunt truck or anything, but even my Kronos XTR, it seems to lift easier than this does. That's not the case. I don't know if maybe the diff is a little lighter. I'm not sure. I don't actually think it was. It might just, again, guys, be those, oh, geez, no, no, no. It might just be those tires that are just affecting it a little bit different. How you looking there, guy? You still looking good? Oh, jeez. There's definitely a spot there that just the way, I guess it's kind of too much of an incline and the truck kind of plows first. And again, this thing isn't as high as some of the other trucks I've been up here with lately. So with the chassis being a lot lower, it does plow a bit. You know, it's funny, like for the most part, guys, let's face it, this thing is a lot similar to my my Kronos XTR, yet it does drive different. Like a lot of the parts are the same. I'm not referring to things like the 7075 and all that stuff, guys. I'm just talking to the chassis layout, the actual design of everything, and, you know, arms and stuff like that. But it does drive a little bit different. That lower, you know, the fact that it's a little bit lower, yeah, it's got a little bit of different characteristics there. Oh, geez, thought I was gonna hit that barrier. Yeah, guys, you know what? This thing's got pretty nice control. I mean, I'm not trying to do backflips or anything like that, but I mean, I can correct as much as I need to so far. You can see there, like I wanted to bring the nose down, I could drop it down, no problem. So I like that. It feels good, even with these tires. And the only reason, guys, I keep saying these tires is that I'm used to driving monster truck tires. So I'm used to driving tires that are a lot bigger. That's pretty good. I'm digging that. I'm digging these tires, besides from the one coming unglued, which again, like I said, guys, seems to be happening to me a lot lately. I could hear the tire when I was trying to gun it there. You guys can probably hear it too. Oh, the poor tire. Where'd I go? There I am. Yes, that was nice. I know, guys, I sound kind of like shocked. I'm not necessarily shocked with the truck. I'm just shocked that even with those low profile tires that it still handles that good, and that I still have control when I'm in the air. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of a nice all-around tire. As it gets really, really mad at me for wrecking it even more. Kind of wish now I had brought the jump just to get a couple of, you know, just a couple of jumps in. Jeez, that totally caught me off guard, guys. I probably could have done a backflip there. Oh, that poor tire. Woohoo! Yeah. You know, guys, one thing I haven't touched on yet driving this thing, the surface feels pretty good in this thing. It's only 25 kilogram, but it's really responsive. It's fast enough. Again, guys, like I mentioned in the unboxing, like I mentioned, guys, in the unboxing, you know, when you don't have big tires and you got those kind of shorter steering blocks, the steering is awesome. Holy. Oh, this thing has spent a little bit of time on its roof tonight. All right, guys, we're home from driving the Shogun, and it's actually, guys, the next day. So by the time I got home last night from running, it was kind of late. I just came in, dropped the truck, went up, enjoyed some TV with the wife. But this morning, I got up, gave the truck a good cleaning, and as you guys can see, I did some things. So besides from cleaning everything up, I've got that one tire re-glued, so that's all good to go. And guys, this was the fan setup that I was mentioning. I think it was in the unboxing video. This was not expensive. I've got it off Amazon. You got your heatsink, you got your two fans. They go into a Y adapter, so you only need the one plug for the receiver, but it should help. Again, it was not expensive. So, you know, I'm not really a fan, guys, of this new sort of movement when it comes to fans. The reason I say movement is I see these big fancy fan setups. They cost like $100 plus. And you know what, unless they are going on a very specific rig, so if you were building some type of speed rig where you're really overgeared for a reason and you need as much cooling as possible, I get it, that's fine. But to do it on something like a basher and a, you know, an everyday kind of rig, to overgear something that much and to need all those fans doesn't really make any sense, or at least in my opinion it doesn't. So these fans are more there to help. I may go up a few teeth, I may play a little bit with it, but it's not going to be anything insane. So, hey, hopefully that does the trick. But again, as I mentioned, guys, it's the next day. And what came in today was this big bag of parts. So I think I mentioned, guys, I picked this up off of one of the eBay chop shops. As you can see, it says Punisher on it. So the battery tray is in there, which is one of the parts I needed for my Kronos XTR. But I'm more excited because it also came with these. Now these are the skids that are on the Punisher, the Kronos, the Kronos XDR, etc. And I know why these were not included on the Shogun, because of the fact that the truck is set up a little bit lower. The suspension is a little bit different. You have a lot smaller tires. So again, the truck just sits lower. These at times are going to just skid and drag. However, for where I run and the type of driving that I do, I feel like I would rather kind of have these things, you know, skid across pavement or land on pavement than having the whole chassis itself take the grunt of that impact. Now, you guys can see on here right away that this is where a lot of those landings when I was coming down on the pavement, where I was hitting, and you can see where it's all worn, where the black anodizing kind of thing has all worn down to the bare metal or paint, I don't know, whatever it is. And this is where, again, if I would have had, guys, the front skid would have absorbed that. So in this case, guys, I'm just going to remove kind of this little teeny tiny bumper that's on there, and then we'll slap this bad boy on. So again, now when I start landing, the impact will be on the skid, and as I muck it up, I can always just replace those. Here again is the rear one. This one is a lot easier, guys, to go on. You just got to pull the 4 screws, and then I just got to find a screw and a nut, and it'll go there. So it's, again, the same setup as you'd find on a Kronos or a Punisher, whatever. All right, so that was the first run, guys, with the Corally Shogun. And if you couldn't tell during the video, I am very happy and super impressed with this thing. I am blown away by the speed of this truck. If I had to sum up the Shogun in one word, it's fast. But fast, guys, used in the greatest sense. Like, it didn't matter if I was on acceleration, into the power, mid-range, top speed, accelerating in a corner, accelerating on uneven gravel, bumps, whatever. It just goes. It tracks, it grabs, and it goes. And I think I'd mentioned, guys, a few times in the unboxing video as well as this one where I kind of talked about tuning the differentials and all that stuff. And you know what? I'm going to say this, guys. I actually think Corally did a really, really good job, and I don't think now I will be tuning the differentials at all. When you're driving this truck, you know, you can really lean into the power a lot and the truck stays planted and goes. But yet, if you still want to have a wheelie, yeah, you can pull that trigger hard. You can get a wheelie out of it, no problem. I also noticed, guys, like when I was in the air, I still had control. Again, I didn't have the ramp out, which I'm going to hopefully, guys, do in the next video. We'll talk about that in about a short minute. But overall, guys, the way it's set up is really, really well. It's done really, really well. Now, the only thing, guys, besides from adding that fan that I changed, I still got to work on the rear shocks. I did thicken up the fluids a bit. Not a lot, though. This truck comes with 450 CST in the front and 400 in the rear. That's somewhere, guys, I think around 35 weight for us type thing. I went with a 600 now in the front, and I'm going to go with 500 in the rear, which is going to be more like 45, 40-ish in there somewhere. I'll start there. Again, I want this truck to remain the way it is right now. I still want it to handle awesome, but for the little bit of jumps I was doing last night, you know, coming down, especially on the pavement and stuff, it would have been nice to have a little bit more cushiony shocks there just to kind of help absorb that. I do have the skids now. That'll obviously help, guys, but I think for myself, guys, and again, my driving, and for a lot of us that do the more bashing type of driving, having that, having the shocks a little bit thicker is going to help. For my next video, guys, I'm going to be going back to the school that I usually run at. That's where there's a lot of grass and stuff like that. So I am going to be swapping over to the Badlands 3.8s. These are the more original ones. As you can see, these are close to the same size as the stock Shogun tires, but just being that they're a little bit knobbier and stuff, they're going to help with the grass. But again, they're not super heavy. They're not a lot larger in diameter or anything like that. So these should help. They're going to be a little bit wider, just due to the hubs that are in there. The truck itself will be a little bit wider than it is right now, but that'll be okay. I also, guys, went to swap over to my Futaba receiver, and I'm all out. I've put them all in vehicles. I thought I had one left, and it actually turned out to be a Spectrum receiver. So I now have my rugged bound to the Shogun for now. I'm going to be pulling, I think I have a Futaba receiver in my sledge, and I'm going to be pulling that out soon because, hey, we all know the sledge is pretty much paperweight, so I don't really want to have a Futaba receiver in there since I like my Futaba receivers to be in the trucks that I drive. But, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this first running video of the Corally Shogun. This thing is an absolute animal. Crazy fast, like I was mentioning. It is going to be a fun beast to rip around. Again, the next video, guys, with the 3.8s and going back to that school is going to be coming soon. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe and enjoy your day.